Hello? Yeah, you're in for the $2,000 a month package. Great, you got the money? Fantastic. In this video, I'm gonna show you how to close $2,000 per month clients for your company. I'll show you 3 tips, and I'll also give you 2 bonus tips for how to close clients at that price point. Now, my name is John Crestani. I'm an internet entrepreneur, and I ran a marketing agency where I was routinely closing clients at $10,000 per month or even more. And I'm gonna show you some of my tips and tactics for how I was able to use this little guy right here to make some of these guys. Hey, John Crestani here, and I started my own social media marketing agency back in 2010. And at that time, I was only taking on clients that were paying me anywhere from $250 to $500 a month. But when I started using these tips and techniques that I'm gonna show you right here in this video, I was able to move up and close clients at $5,000, $10,000, and even $25,000 per month for my marketing agency that I ran and I owned completely. And I'll go over each of these techniques that I used right here. So the first tip is kind of obvious if you've been studying sales for any length of time, and it's ask a lot of questions. Now, in the beginning, maybe in the first 5 minutes that you're speaking with somebody, or in the first couple minutes, even less than that, you'll be doing 80% of the talking, they'll be doing 20%. Does that make sense? You 80, them 20. But as you move along in the conversation, maybe after the first 2 or 3 minutes, they should be doing 80% of the talking and you should be doing 20%. And the way you get that to happen is you ask a lot of questions. Again, this isn't about you, this is about them. Your ego has no place in doing sales. If you want to be a successful person financially, your ego and what you want does not matter at all. I'm going to say that again. What you have to say and your ego and your wants and your desires and your stories and your family or whatever does not matter at all when you're doing sales or marketing. The only thing that matters is the customer, because the customer has your money. If you want to talk, if you want to find a friend, don't go into sales or marketing, because again, it's about them. It's not about you. The other thing you want to take note of, the second tip, is that you want to ask open-ended questions. Okay, you don't want to ask questions such as, how are you today? What are they going to say? I'm fine. There's really nowhere to go from there. Or you say, oh, do you like marketing? Are you interested in doing Facebook ads? Yeah. You can't really get in a conversation if you are not asking open-ended questions. What you want to do is you say, what marketing tactics have you tried in your business so far, sir? Or what has been your experience with using Facebook as, a marketing tool? Or what sites are your customers using online? Ask open-ended questions. I guess the best one would be, I would say, asking people, what have you tried marketing-wise in your business so far? Because the assumption there, if you're running a marketing agency, is that you're going to get them to list out all the things that didn't work for them. What forms of marketing are you currently doing in your business right now? Most business owners, maybe they'll name out a couple things. They'll say, oh, I'm doing flyers, I'm doing Yelp, I'm doing Facebook ads. And then you ask, how are those working out for you? Oftentimes, business owners don't have a scalable, fulfilling source of marketing for their business. So if you're trying to close them, get them to hang themselves. Get them to list out all the things that don't work for their business. Because usually they're on the phone with you because their phones aren't ringing off the hook every day with clients. Okay, so this is tip number 3, and this is actually my favorite one, is challenge them. So at the close, at a certain point in the conversation, you might be saying, Okay, you tried all these things and failed, and eventually the client will say, okay, well, who are you? What do you have to offer? Why are you talking to me? Are you have something that's going to change my situation, sir? And you'll say, well, possibly. And you talk about your packages. You say, hey, we have 3 different packages. Let's say you do social media, management. You do social media management and branding, and you also do social media management, branding, and advertising. And with each package, you should tie it back to, if you do all 3, you're going to make the most amount of money. Let's say they all cost $100. So you tell them, you ask them. Most people, when you're starting an agency and you name your packages, most people say, I want to go for the cheapest one because I don't want to spend, I want to try you out before we get into bed together, right? I want to date before we sleep together. Makes sense. I want to crawl before I walk, or I want to walk before I run, right? But that's no fun, right? You don't want to end up with a lame sale. You want to close clients at $2,000 a month, which is more than the average bear. So what you want to do is you want to ask them, how aggressive do you want to be? Ask the business owner, you challenge them. How aggressive do you want to be? How much are you willing to actually go in on this? Are you willing to do this the right way? Again, you want to challenge them. And most business owners, they have a little bit of an ego, and they're in business because they want, because they're winners. Let's face it, if you're running a business, if you're in a position to hire a social media marketing agency and spend $2,000 a month on a whim, then you're a winner in some area of life or business, or you're an expert or whatever. And those people are competitive by nature. Winners are competitive by nature. So you challenge the business owner. How aggressive do you want to be? Or make them seem like, oh, you only want to go for the smallest package? Because when you challenge a business owner, you say, oh, you just want to go for the wimpy? You being wimpy? Most people go for the more aggressive package if you challenge them. That works out a lot. Most business owners have a lot more respect for people who challenge them too. It's that weird situation. Now I'm going to give you 2 bonus tips in this. First off is I encourage you follow Jordan Belfort's channel, The Wolf of Wall Street. That guy is crazy at sales. People think Grant Cardone's good. Go follow Jordan Belfort. That guy, he is the Wolf of Wall Street, and he's pretty good at sales. And I studied his stuff way before the movie, and it works, okay? And his system is called the straight line system, and there's a few interesting things he talks about in there. So what he says is, in your entire persona, everything about you, you need to come across enthusiastic as sharp as a tack, and a figure of authority. If you don't come across as those 3 things, most people won't want to buy from you. If you're a negative Nancy, get out of here. If you're not sharp, if you're not quick with it, if you're always having to say, okay, hold on, let me check with my manager, let me check with my boss, you sound like a beta man or a beta woman. And if you don't come across as an authority, then why do I want to deal with you? I want to deal with authorities. This is how I choose the people I hire as well. Now, the second tip I have from Jordan Belfort is the one that actually I believe is the best tip he's ever given, and it's changed just how I talk, frankly. And it's speaking with a downward sloping tonality. Hi, I'm John Crestani, more authoritative. As opposed to, if you pick up the phone, hey, it's John Crestani, how are you doing? And you feel it's a salesperson when tonality is upward sloping. Hey, it's John Crestani. Hey, how's it going? Right? It's begging. It's beta. It's a beta form of tonality if you upward slope. Hey, it's John Crestani. How's it going? Let's do something fun. Where do you want to go? I'm from the company Pendragon Labs. It sounds like you're asking for something. You're looking for validation if you have upward sloping. Whereas I have to say, hey, it's John Crestani. I was wondering if we could talk for a few minutes. It seems authoritative. Hey, it's John Crestani from Pendragon Labs. It's just authoritative. And you use the downward slope as opposed to the upward slope, and you're gonna come across as more authoritative. And people are gonna be hanging on the edge of their seats waiting for what you say next. So check that out. Try using it. Try having fun with it. And you'll see, play around with tonality, play around with enthusiasm, play around with coming across as an authority figure. And you can have a lot of fun in life, and you can supercharge your sales and take it to the next level. And again, close those clients for $2,000 a month or more. Have a good day, and make sure if you like this video, let me know what was your favorite way to learn how to close clients? Was it questions? Was it open-ended questions? Was it challenging them? Or was it the tonality stuff I talked about? Let me know in the comments below what was the most effective, or what is the most impactful tip for you. And also let me know if you want me to talk about more about sales. If you say more sales in the comments, I'll do more sales videos. I know sales. I'm good at it. I wasn't always good at it, but I can tell you a little bit about that. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Talk to y'all soon.